Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Startup Theory. I am your host, Tom Bilyeu. You can follow me across all the socials at Tom Bilyeu. And today I am answering your question about what the best options are for building a minimum viable product for an app. And the answer to that question is really getting one, if you're not a coder, to get a coder. You're going to need somebody that's going to be able to help you get that out. You want to make a list of what the features are that you think are absolutely the most critical to have. And then you want to break them down in terms of ease of creating, because your goal on a minimum viable product is to get something into the hands of the marketplace for as little money and time as humanly possible. So there's going to be some stuff in the app that you're going to want to add desperately, that you're going to think are really going to push the app over the edge. But the important thing here is getting to market as quickly as possible, because inevitably, whatever you think the market is going to do with your product, or how they're going to respond to it, or what need it is that you're meeting, it's going to be slightly different than the way that the market actually responds. And you're going to want to be prepared to be nimble, to change and adjust things in order to address whatever it is that the market is telling you. So making sure that you break down that architecture, that it starts with very simple things. Are we going for Android? Are we going for iOS? And there are big differences. As of the time of this recording, there's very big differences. So the Android market is much larger, but people are much less willing to pay for their app. The iOS market is smaller, but people are much more willing to pay. So depending on who you're trying to target, also iPhone users tend to be a little bit more upscale. They tend to be living on the coasts. Certainly that's true here in the US. And Android users, the more that you go inward, the more that you're going to find them. And then age groups and demographics, like all of that is going to be very important to make sure that you break down, make sure that you choose one or the other. And I think choosing one or the other to begin with is a very smart idea, because you're going to have limited resources. So trying to apply them to every feature you can think of across multiple devices is just not the way. So pick a very small subset of features that you believe really execute against your product offering, the way that you're going to deliver value. Again, rank them in order of easiest to implement, as well as cross-referencing highest impact. So when you find something that has, it's very easy to implement and has a high impact on the product, those are going to be the things that you want to do first. And so prioritizing that in that order, and only getting to the hard, low impact stuff when you've already got something that's out in the market, it's already delivering value, you're already getting feedback. I mean, there are things that are, products that have been out on the market 5-10 years that still don't have some relatively obvious features, because they know that it's either hard to implement or it's low impact. So being really ruthless about that, not falling in love with your ideas, and really doing something because it's cool. In fact, that's important to say. Designing something because you think it's cool will be the kiss of death. So don't design it because it's cool. Design it because you know that there is a market need for that. So build that architecture out. Look at that. Be relentless. Steer everything by that. Judge by dollar spent, time to execution. Get it in people's hands, even when it's ugly, even when it's painful. Get feedback. Pivot, adjust, re-release until it's something that people will actually pay for. Because at the end of the day, profitability is the only thing that matters. So being cool is the fastest way to go out of business. So you want to make sure that you're doing something that really meets a need and people are willing to pay for it. So that's it. That is your path to minimum viable product. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. I'm doing this all the time. And until next time, my friends, be legendary. Take care.